What's up there, guys, and welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different because beside me here, we have the Botanical Gardens Building Kit by CIRO. This building kit has 2,147 pieces and retails for about $100 US. Now, CIRO did send me this kit to review, and I'm very happy that they did because often as I was doing my own online shopping, this is always recommended to me, and it always caught my eye because, well, hey, it's got a lot of curb appeal. In fact, it's a 2019 Toy of the Year winner, and hey, why not? Now, looking at this kit, it does look like it's made to compete directly with those Lego modular buildings, which usually have the same dimensions and a very similar piece count, but the price tag on those is usually around at least $150 to $200 US, making this quite a good bargain at just $100. But we're going to test that. We're going to go ahead and see what you get inside of this box. We'll do a time-lapse build. I'll discuss my experience with the build, and of course do a review on the final product. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, looks like we've got a seal here at the bottom. We'll take our scissors here and we'll cut that open. I think that should be all we need to do to get it open. Cut could have gone better. Oh well. Hey, all right, here we go. All right, so bags, a lot of bags. Looks like they got a number on them. Yeah, here's number 1. Came through there. Bag number 4. Looks like this is bag number 2. Bag number 3. And then we've got the individually wrapped windows elements here. A lot of those clear plastic elements. Very similar to how Lego does it. Let's see, what do we got here? We actually have a light kit that comes with it. That is pretty darn cool. Usually, even with non-Lego sets, you have to purchase these separately, and they can get pretty costly. So we'll see how those things look like when we build our product. Here's the instructions. The instructions are not in any kind of plastic bag, but look pretty sturdy, pretty good material. Nice and hefty, I like it. We'll see how those, I'll give my thoughts on those as well, how easy those are to follow. And we have a very similar looking base plate, a 10 by 10 base plate. And I gotta say, this looks really good. Good quality. It feels just like a Lego element. That even the color is spot on. So, well, so far so good with this, you guys. So that is all that's inside the box. We got everything out. So let's go ahead and get building. And we are back. Here is the Botanical Gardens all complete. This took me about 4 hours to finish. And I will say this thing has a very large amount of small pieces. So many that when I was done building it, my fingers were a bit sore from getting all those little pieces into their proper place. But as you can see, the result speaks for itself, and this thing looks fantastic. It has incredible curb appeal, and I love the color scheme of the Botanical Gardens. Now, let me go ahead and talk about the build experience. The bricks themselves I found are good quality. They adhere to each other very well. There's just one brick that had a slight malformation in it, and that was one of these pillar bricks right here in the front, those 2x2s, that didn't really want to stick to the brick above it. As you can see, it all worked out. It wasn't bad enough that I had to throw it out. But if I did, I could contact their customer support and they would work with me on getting, of course, a replacement for that. But there were no missing pieces, which is always a plus. There were also some extra pieces as well, which is always nice to have on hand just in case. Now, as far as the build goes, when I was putting this together, there's 4 sections and they work pretty well. Each section, again, like I said, have a lot of very small pieces, so take your time on that. But the first part is just the tiling and the floors, and then this second section is going to be all of the trees and the greenery and the bushes and flowers inside of the Botanical Gardens, and then you build around it. Now inside here, you may not see it from where the video is showing here, but on the inside there's this very beautiful cherry blossom tree, and it's kind of the main attraction of the Botanical Gardens. You don't really see it on the outside of the building. It's when you look inside that you find that. Now, when that was put in there, you start to build the building around it. And I got really excited when I was putting these large window elements around it, but I found it very challenging to get the plates on top of these window elements to actually adhere, because as you're pushing down, there's no direct push up onto it. So you have to get your fingers underneath it to get that adhesion. And every time I did that, I was either damaging or breaking or moving around the leaves of my cherry blossom tree. And it was really frustrating to get that to work because these little black supports that poke out were also falling apart. And so what I ended up doing is just taking it off completely, putting it together away from the structure, and then putting it back onto the base. And then I could continue on there. But I don't know that there was another way around that. Honestly, it was a challenge. Maybe the cherry blossom tree could come after you put the walls up. Maybe that would have helped. I don't know. But that was a particular challenge for me when putting this together. I will also make mention that on the side of the building here, you have to be very gentle when this is all done. You see, when this is all put together, you can't really get back inside of the building. Now, it does have one section that comes off right here. If I pull slightly up here on this part right here, there's some 2x2 jumper elements that are holding this down. Pop that up and we slide it back this way, and then we can see inside of our Botanical Gardens. Again, you see that massive cherry blossom tree right there. So you can't get your hand in there to retrieve anything or put minifigures in there. If a bush or tree or something gets knocked over somehow, you're not going to be able to get that fixed without taking apart the building to some extent. So just be aware of that. But that being said, on the inside, once it is done and all put together, it looks fantastic. Now, of course, this thing does have the light kit, and you do have some wires coming out here in the back. Very happy that the instruction booklet tells you when and where to put those strips so that you don't put this thing all together and it says, oh, and by the way, there's a light kit that you need to put in there. If that were the case, there's no way that was going to happen. So glad that they include that in instructions. The power box here, it comes, or it doesn't come with batteries. There's 3 AAA batteries that you have to put in here. But it's a nice effect, and I mean, there's a lot of wires here. You could probably work it out where you put the wires and the battery box inside of the building. I don't think that'd be too difficult to do, but that's definitely an option. But it's a nice feature, and again, something that I didn't expect, and a really nice added bonus to the Botanical Gardens. Take a look at the instruction booklet here, and this is a very similar size to a lot of the popular modular buildings from the Lego group. Very well organized. Like I said, it has 4 sections, and the prints are really nice, very well organized, and I had no problem following along in the book. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's my brief review of the Botanical Gardens. I think as far as the value goes for $100 US, I think it's definitely there. It's a fantastic set. It's actually pretty large, but they do emphasize the fact that this would look good in your Lego city. So the fact that I have a Lego city begs the question, would it look good in my Lego city? So let's go ahead and bring it downstairs and see what it looks like. And we are downstairs, and over here is where I have put Botanical Gardens. It is right next to the Science Tower and the school. Now, I actually did play around with it on this side of the residential area. I had it next to a green grocer there because it is compatible with the modular buildings, but I noticed that the outside lampposts do push up against a little bit on the wall of green grocer. So this does need a little bit of space if you do want to place it in your Lego city. And even where I have it is a little bit cramped. It'd be nice to have it a little bit spread out. I also will say that on the back of it, I have these wires to the LED lights that are kind of dangling out there. So I think it would work well if the back of it were, well, in the back of my city, like on the back row somewhere, so that this is at the back, it's not a problem. And what you mainly see, of course, is the facade here, which is, quite frankly, the more attractive side of it. But at the moment, I have the battery pack down here, so I can reach down in here and I can turn the lights on. There they are. Can't really see them very well because, well, the lights are on and it's middle of the day here when I'm doing this video. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's my build, review, and placement of Botanical Gardens. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think of this groovy little kit, and we'll have some more fun stuff for you in the near future. Until then, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.